Chapter on this Monday. Money can lead to many problems for couples. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But it doesn't mean it has to ruin relationships. Melissa Armo, financial expert and founder of the stock Swoosh, is here with advice to get couples talking about money. Melissa, you know, you say it's important for couples to come up with that monthly budget, as opposed to me, where I just look at the credit card for my wife and I see shoes and pants and jackets.
Absolutely.
And I just scratch my head and go, oh, you're killing me.
Well, thank you so much for having me today, Scott.
You're welcome.
The number one most important thing is to have a budget, a plan of action. You have fixed expenses, you have non-fixed expenses. I think the shoes you were talking about are the non-fixed expenses.
Tell that to my wife.
Have a budget.
Now, all right, so when you talk about fixed expenses, like we're looking at the screen here, housing, food, car payments, utility bills.
Right, you write it out in a budget, the fixed expenses. The non-fixed expenses are the most important for couples because that's what tends to lead to disagreements.
Okay.
And that brings me to number two, have an open, honest discussion with money about your partner so that you don't have these issues. Be honest. Keeping secrets isn't good for any relationship.
Now, is it better to have one bank account? Should you have two separate accounts with your own separate budgets?
It's good to have one partnership, one budget. And that goes to number three, then. It is about a partnership. It's not about who makes more. It's about the fact that you're in this together and you have to have open lines of communication. So having one account is great. You have one budget, one account.
So how do you go about it with your partner where you say, all right, listen, I really need this item this month?
As long as you're open and discuss it and you have it in the budget, then it's fine.
As far as credit cards go, is it better, you know, I know we talked about separate accounts. Is it better to have one credit card together? Because obviously that affects both of your credit at the same time, that one card.
Exactly. Well, if you have joint cards, it's good to review them at the end of the month. If you have separate cards still, those expenses need to be put together because you're sharing your money together. It's a partnership, and you don't want to keep secrets.
No secrets. All right, so when you're looking at that budget and you review the budget at the end of the month, what are some of the things, if you're sitting down with your significant other, what are some of the things that you should look for as you review that budget that you just went through?
Well, if there's an expense on there you don't recognize, be open. Don't be afraid to ask your partner and say, did you go out and spend this much at the salon or on shoes? And have a discussion, and then you can be open about it. And so then you don't have arguments later. The problem is when people don't discuss things and then the one person pays the bill and then they never bring it up and then it festers. Real quick,
is there a percentage that you could use toward your total income that you can use toward the fun stuff, the non-necessity things that you want to maybe go out and buy? Is there a percentage?
Well, I think it varies from couple to couple. For example, if you're a couple that doesn't have children, you're going to put a different percentage towards fun, entertainment, and going out more than couples with children. So it has to do with your individual situation. I'd say if you are a young single couple, you can spend more money going out and on fun stuff. You have to think about planning ahead and saving more if you have children.
Melissa Armo, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's 6:59.
Half the world does not have access to the internet. Without it, you are limited in what you can do, what impact you can have.